Toast.
This is a toast to Jeffrey, and as he said in his remarks, he really is a scholar and a student who loves to study Jewish texts. So we were thinking, should we get him Talmud Yerushalayim, Talmud Bavali, but as we know, all of these things are probably online. One of your colleagues said today that we are not going to be called people of the book, we're going to be called people of the Nook. So since that is taken care of, we thought we're not going to get you those volumes. But what else does a rabbi really need? They've all been taken care of with the... But they're going to be looking for your towels, and a rabbi is going to have, you know, Papa Bennett used to say that cleanliness is next to godliness. So you want to stay clean, but you need a good dry towel. But now, no one is to use these towels unless your name is Rabbi.
On these cruises, on these large boats, they do Shabbat services each Friday night, and they don't have a rabbi, so somebody from the passenger list leads the service. So the first Friday night, we went down there, and there was a guy standing up in front, and I'm not particularly shy, and I walked up and I said, now wait a minute, my new young friend here is a rabbinical student at JTS. It seems to me only appropriate that he should lead the service. And this gentleman was very nice, and he walked away, and Jeffrey did a wonderful job. Now, the interesting thing is that this was a 10-day cruise, so we had a second Friday night, and there was an announcement in the ship paper that there was going to be another service and that Jeffrey was going to lead it. There were so many people there that night that they had to move the service to another room because the story got out about how great Jeffrey was. So we knew at that time, after one semester at JTS, that he would be a sterling rabbi. Having said that, though, I have to toast Lauren for putting up with all of this.
Jeffrey, I think my entire life, whenever someone has asked me if I knew what your general plans were, I always had an easy answer of saying I knew you were going to be a rabbi. And now, here we are. It's finally official. Now I officially get to add the rabbi's little sister to my long list of names I've been called from having two very social older brothers.
And I remember one other thing I was going to say at your wedding, and I didn't. But Lauren sort of cut me off. But it really hadn't even happened yet. But to think how lucky you are that you got to live and to love and learn and get Benny in three of the greatest cities in the world: Los Angeles, New York, and Jerusalem. So, I mean, how many people could think that you've been in places like that? And of course, Lauren, I'm sure, would have me add the greatest city in the world, Austin. That's where the University of Texas is. But anyway,
It's the best city.
At least you didn't try for Dallas.
So I don't. And Jeffrey, at least you have taken Jeffrey there, and you've seen Austin and experienced it, and I guess he's somewhat of a Longhorn.
And I'll give you the words, leave you with the words of Mr. Mick Jagger. When Mick Jagger said, "You can't always get what you want, but if you try sometime, you just might find you get what you need." Mazel tov, good luck, and listen to your wife. Here.
Jeffrey, it has been my pleasure to work with you these past 3 years. Diane and I have enjoyed getting to know you and Lauren. We are impressed with the vibrant energy and enthusiasm you bring to conservative Judaism. Congregation Sons of Israel in Nyack is certainly going to have a wonderful rabbi. We are confident that they will find your sermons to be relevant, thought-provoking, and well presented. As we say at Sharei Torah, have no doubt they will also enjoy the spirited discussions you will lead for the Havurah gatherings. You are definitely a positive force for the future of our movement. We wish you much joy and success in the years ahead as Rabbi Abraham, the Hatzlacha, Canterbury Sprawl.
Yeah. When Jeffrey was young, he used to say he wanted to become a professional basketball or baseball player. It was cute for a sports-obsessed child. Then at age 10, he realized he would not be growing tall enough for the NBA. And even though he was a good Little League player, he wasn't the star of the team who would go on to the pros. So at age 10, that young age, he announced he had changed his mind and he was going to be a rabbi. Obviously, we as adults knew that his plans for a professional sports career were just the dreams of youth, and there was no chance that they would actually happen. However, as soon as we heard a 10-year-old say that he would become a pulpit rabbi when he grew up, we totally believed him. Even before then, Jeffrey loved going to services at our synagogue. He would insist on Shabbat mornings he had to arrive early to be sure to daven Pesukei de Zimra. At Jeffrey's bar mitzvah, the rabbi commented during his sermon that he could go ahead and retire that day because Jeffrey could completely take over for him. That was something the rabbi never came close to saying at any other b'nai mitzvah that we attended for over 20 years. Later, while attending the religious school during the years immediately after bar mitzvah, Rabbi Jeffrey is what the education director used to call him, due to his eagerness and knowledge, in addition to his ability to lead any service.
So can I tell Beverly first that I'm wearing a dress, just in case you still, talk, somehow to my grandmother? When Lauren and Jeffrey first came to New York, I guess it was right before JTS started, and when Lauren was interviewing and you guys were staying with me, Lauren immediately started coveting my housekeeper, my babysitter, Astrid. And she informed me, when they were staying with me, that she was going to need Astrid in a few years. She did? She told you about Astrid? She's wanted Astrid for a long time. And me, I'm thinking, oh my God, this is the solution to all my problems. I have somebody to pass off Astrid to. So I just want to say, I'm really happy for you, Jeffrey, and I'm really happy that you found a pulpit. I'm really not happy that it is too far away for Astrid. Okay?
They say in Hebrew, Yalucha zarim velo ficha. I heard everything I have to hear here from all your friends and relatives, so I wish you the best.
Thank you.
Looking forward to seeing you up in Nyack. Later on.
Cheers.
Our journey to this day began about 5.5 years ago. We had just gotten married, and even the week of our wedding, you sent off your application to JTS for rabbinical school. And we decided together, job, school, apartment. Those were the magic three. If I could get a job, you got into school, we could find an apartment, we would come. We stayed, as I said before, I wrote this down, but we stayed at Sarah's house, and took a gamble and trekked out to the next stage of our life. And now I look back, and after today's program, it really makes all those 5 years of hard work worth it. There have obviously been many highlights, some lowlights, but many highlights. But I can honestly say that we've been a team through it all. On the hard days when I thought, why am I working this hard? And he's watching ESPN. What's going on? I still believed in us, and I continue to believe. I believe that I have my job as a sanctuary in our community here in the city, not to mention to make up for the 5-year lack of major income. I believe that we have been given this 5-year challenge as a test to make us stronger. I believe that Matilda Schechter taught us how to work together and to play off of each other's strengths. I believe that Avi Olitsky, who's one of Jeffrey's mentors, and big brother, whose brother graduated today with Jeffrey, that would be Jesse. But Avi, I believe that Avi led you down the right path to meet your congregants in Canton, Ohio, and to take on that job for the last 3 years, because they have really taught you a tremendous amount. You'll use their lessons, especially their biggest lesson, to teach you how to enunciate page numbers. That was their biggest, and that really has helped you for years to come. I believe that Kivunim gave us the ability to see the world and to mold a very difficult community and learn how to be parents to nice children. We certainly got to see what not to do with many of our students. And I believe that Benny has really taught us. Mr. Benny, you've been our biggest lesson and our biggest blessing, and you've taught us so many things The one being that sleep really doesn't matter. Seeing you smile, Benny, and your growth and our love for you, and really seeing Jeffrey as a dad to Benny. I believe that working together will ultimately make us the best family ever. And I look forward to the next stage of our lives. It's really beautiful.
Half and half.
Kind of the edges, so maybe not the picture.
Right. As it says, layers.
Oh, Dominique, do you want a flower?
You want the flower?
Sure.
Here.
You want to take it?
That's how we do it.
That's how the Abraham
And this
do
is
it.
vanilla.
That's the vanilla.
So we'll go with chocolate.
Chocolate.
I like chocolate.
You want a second flower? Give it to your sister.
I want a little flower. I want chocolate. Wait.
Oh no, that's
Dominique, you were so well
Both sides of vanilla.
Both sides are vanilla.
It's half and half this one.
Yeah.
Really?
Or chocolate in the middle.
Oh, chocolate in the middle. Whatever.